You know the vibes, PVO, positive vibes only, FOE, family over everything, high vibrations. Hope everybody's staying focused, staying balanced, shooting all negativity down, focusing on yourself, protecting your energy, and mastering self. Today I want to talk to y'all about, my home state, Maryland. We always in the mix, always leading the motherfucking way with something. Shit be crazy. I told y'all shit be going down in Maryland in every way, shape, or form. Seem like we the fucking center stone or the epicenter of a lot of shit, man. Shit crazy. I'm gonna get right into it. We ain't even going to waste no more intro or no more talk time. Maryland becomes first state in the country to place a tax on big tech's digital advertising revenue. I'm gonna leave a link in the description if you all want to follow along or take a further look into this article. Maryland decided to take a chunk of big tech's advertising dollars on Friday, successfully passing legislation that would place a maximum tax of 10% on revenue from digital ads. Analysts estimate that the tax will generate about $250 million in the first year, money that Maryland says will go to schools. Heard it all before, baby this, baby that. They capping. State lawmakers overrode Republican Governor Larry Hogan's veto of the tax bill, making Maryland the first state in the country to tax digital advertising sold by companies like Facebook, Google, and Amazon. Hogan vetoed the bill in May of last year, arguing that it would raise taxes and fees on people in the state who were out of work and struggling financially. As explained by the New York Times, the amount of tax paid will depend on a company's global revenue. Companies that make at least $100 million, but no more than $1 billion, will have to pay a 2.5% tax on their digital ads. Meanwhile, companies that make more than $15 billion in global revenue per year will pay a 10% tax. Bill Ferguson, the Democratic president of the Maryland State Senate and one of the main proponents of the tax, said in a Facebook post that the law will make big tech pay its fair share of taxes in the state, just like small businesses. Companies like Amazon, Facebook, and Google have seen their profits drastically increase during the COVID-19 pandemic, while our main street businesses are struggling to keep up. Ferguson said at a time when Maryland's budget is being impacted in unforeseen and astronomical ways due to COVID-19, Maryland families and businesses can foot the bill and big tech can start paying their fair share. The law faced opposition from Silicon Valley lobbying groups, state Republicans, telecom companies, and local media outlets, per the Times. Opponents argued that the tax would not be paid by big tech, but rather by the small businesses that will buy the ads and their customers. Marylanders for Tax Fairness, a group that represents businesses against the law, railed against Ferguson in a statement on Friday, accusing him of raising taxes and costs on Marylanders during the pandemic. So you got a group of you got a group that represents businesses against the law. They they've wrote statements and they are in disagreement with Bill Ferguson raising the tax on Marylanders during the pandemic. They're accusing him of raising the tax on Marylanders during the pandemic. This tax would increase historically short-sighted, foolish, and harmless to countless small businesses and employees, and Marylanders will remember it that way, said Doug Mayer, the group spokesman. Nonetheless, the fight over the digital ad tax isn't over yet. Mayer said his group would continue to oppose the tax whenever possible, including in a court of law. The Office of Maryland's Attorney General Brian Frost has stated that while there is some risk that courts could find some provisions of the law unconstitutional, it should survive a court challenge. Maryland's tax could propel other states to move forward with similar efforts. Connecticut and Indiana have also introduced bills aimed to take a slice of big tech's digital ad revenue. So that was just a brief article on what's going on in Maryland as far as them being the first state in the country to place a tax on big tech's digital advertising revenue. Now, when they talking about the digital advertising, I don't know if you are familiar with those terms or what that means, but when you're on your Facebook, when you're on Amazon, when you're on Instagram, when you're on a lot of these social media platforms and outlets, you get these digital ads that pop up, out of nowhere. It might be for something random. It might be some type of food. It might be for some type of clothing, or it might be for some other type of product. They're actually trying to place tax on those ads, and Maryland is leading the way as fucking usual. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Love, light, and unity.